Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 27th through May 3rd. And during that time, we will have a new moon on the 28th. And that's a time for a fresh start, time for a new beginning, or to learn a new skill, start any new work that you've been thinking of, or to make new decisions, of course. We will then move into the waxing crescent energy, excuse me, which is a good time. That's like your senses are very heightened, and it's time to execute the things that you've just started and just really live up to your expectations and your intentions for this new cycle. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Sagittarius. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message card for this reading: expect powerful change. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you guys have going on this week. And as I'm shuffling, I would like to remind you that since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button down there. It really helps my channel, and it's super, super easy for you to do. So I will give you just a moment to do that right now. Thank you so, so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community here. I see you and I do appreciate you. So thank you so much. All right. Sagittarius, April 27th through May 3rd. Expect powerful change. Let's see what you guys have going on. All right. Overall energy. Okay. Powerful change starts off with the 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, 10 of Swords. I know I said Wands. Interesting though. So let's talk about 10 of Wands just for a minute. 10 of Wands is one final push and kind of feeling the weight of the world on you. And for some reason that came out of my mouth. So I don't believe in mistakes. So maybe there was something, some of you that needed to hear that. And the 10 of Swords is kind of done, time to reboot, kind of the same thing. It's just both of them are definitely endings. This one more of an intellectual nature where there is something, something that has maybe been on your mind and you're done. You're just done giving your time and your energy. Your current situation is the Six of Cups, which is kind of our card of this is reminiscing, and this is also an enjoy the moment card, but sometimes this is like an old friend from the past that calls, and it just makes you, think about times gone by or think about your childhood. So there's something in there that's kind of coming up for you. At the root of your situation is the Ace of Wands. I don't know why I'm getting my wands and swords, and my tongue wants to say one or the other. So Ace of Wands is whatever this is that's coming into you that you love. This is just a yes. This is yes. It's just something new that comes in that you're just completely enamored with. This could be a person, this could be a friend, this could be a new love, but it could also be just a thing that gets put in front of you that you're like, oh my gosh, I love this thing. Just like a new passion in your life. So I love that. That's awesome. In your recent past here, kind of juggling things on the material side. So this could be, just making sure everything's flowing when it comes to, money and your house, and just trying to hold it all together, which is fine. Good energy to come in to have something new and fun that you like, and to be done with something. There could be some change that you're thinking of, that might be brought up by something from your past that you're thinking of. What's on your mind this week is the Empress card. So, this is our card of creativity and harvest, but it's also, our card of pregnancy and motherhood. So, it could be that you're kind of juggling all those things as you enter into motherhood, or as you give birth to a new project, a new thing. Like I said, this could be a person, and for some of you, maybe it is a baby that you're kind of juggling things. It's making you think about your past. It's making you put some things aside that maybe were important to you before that you're just not going to be bothered with anymore. But for some of you, it could be, it's not only pregnancy in the way of giving birth, but giving birth to a thought or an idea or a way of being. So for some of you, it will be that, and it'll be some sort of powerful change. I mean, both of those things can be very powerful. What is just ahead of you this week? is the Seven of Swords. So, I saw this card come up earlier in a reading and kind of, I believe it was in the same exact position. And I'm going to give you the same advice. If there is a person that comes in from your past, now this was not the situation in this other reading, but I'm getting the same kind of feeling that, but for you, if there's someone in your past that comes through and maybe you haven't heard from them in a while, you're not going to give them all of the information. You're going to take a couple of those, some of those thoughts with you. You're going to share a little bit. Like I see that you've left a couple of swords here. You're sharing a little bit, but you're not opening up and sharing anything. And it could be that this person has um maybe kind of messed with your trust a little bit in the past, and so that you don't want to be fully open with this person, and don't. I see that, kind of watch your back when it comes to, and like I said, it could be a person from your past, person from your childhood. In your advice position is the Four of Swords. So think about this and think about what you're sharing with this person. And again, take time to rest and meditate. That was my weekly advice for this week. So, there might just be something here that you do need to think about. What are you sharing about your new passion? What are you not sharing? And it's okay to hold some information back if this is kind of a trust situation. What is beyond your control this week is the Queen of Swords. So it might be very hard for you to hold back because that's not who you are. I mean, you say what's on your mind. You say it very clearly, very concise, but I feel like there's some reason here that you are being guided to maybe not show all of your cards to whoever this person is. I'm just telling you. Secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Hierophant. So this is our card of guidance. So is it your secret desire to get some guidance on this? Or are you trying to avoid, and are you trying to just do that all yourself? But you may want to, that's your big question of the week, is do you seek out, some counsel, someone that's maybe has a little bit more wisdom in the situation than you, which is perfectly fine. If you need to do that, go find that person and talk to that person and say, hey, here's the situation. And, what do I do? That person will probably give you the same advice and be like, look, don't put all your cards on the table. This is a time of powerful change, which means you're in some ending period. You are not going to be who you were in the past. You're in a period of change, and it's powerful change. It's you changing who you are and getting better at something. And this could be about communication. There's so many swords right here, so many swords on the table. In your outcome position is the Queen of Wands. So, in a very short period of time, you are going to master this thing. Here comes this Ace of Wands to you. That's the root. That's what's causing this entire situation. And in a very short period of time, you just get to an understanding that, look, this is what drives me. This is what I love. And, we've got the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. You're just in a place where you know who you are. And again, you don't need to share everything. So my advice is don't. You want to, instead of speaking every single word that and every single thing coming out, some of those swords you need to hold back and just be quiet about. What's hidden from you this week? More swords here with the 9. What's hidden from you is the anxiety of this situation, and you're not anxious about it at all. You are very decisive about it, in fact. So that's a good thing. You're not anxious. You're done. You're done dealing with things in a particular way, and again, you are not being as open to maybe sharing with this person. That's going to make sense to some of you. Of course, if you're comfortable, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're going through something like that. That helps me help you. So let's get some final words here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Sagittarius as they go through this week of powerful change is express your joy. So that's awesome. Maybe that's one of the swords that you're leaving down there, right? Express your joy and trust the divine plan. So, you're just going to have to give some of this over and trust that it's playing out in a way that it needs to play out, and it's for your better good and maybe this other person's better good as well. Again, I see it as someone from your past who has maybe betrayed your trust a little bit in the past, and you're just not going to be completely open to sharing, and that's fine. You're a new person. You've let go. You're not going to worry about it. You're just going to be who you are. So I'm proud of you, Sagittarius. You do that thing. So Sagittarius, I really appreciate you being here with me today. And I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use in your life this week. Of course, if you're comfortable, again, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what it is you guys are going through. I don't have time right now, but I will at some point have time for private readings. If that's something that you're interested in, you can drop me an email on the address that's listed in my description down below, and I can get you on an email list. And as soon as that time becomes available, I will email those people first. Um, Also, I do readings every week, so come back next week. We'll see if this energy continues or if there's a completely new energy here for you. And of course, if you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And of course, most importantly, it'll help you find me next week. So thanks so much, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.